Two standout leaders in HR and payroll. One tough decision: which platform actually makes running your team easier? On the left, Gusto. Payroll and HR made simple for small teams. And on the right, Rippling. HR, IT, and finance management for global, modern businesses. Let's skip the jargon and industry hype and get down to what really matters. We'll score each category, so by the end, you'll see exactly who takes the win in 2025. The winner might surprise you. All right, before we get into the guts of it, here's a quick mind map of how we're comparing both Gusto and Rippling. We'll look at pricing, global payroll and compliance, how easy they are to use, their integrations, support, IT and device management, and, scalability. That should cover everything you need to know, right? Let's kick things off with pricing. Gusto's got super transparent tiers, like you see what you pay, no guesswork. There's a per employee cost, and get this, even a contractor-only plan that's actually cost-effective. But yeah, it does get a little limited if you want payroll outside the US, and fewer modules than something bigger. Now onto Rippling. Rippling's pricing is more modular, which sounds great because you pay only for what you use. But, and here's the kicker, you need a quote to figure out what you'll actually pay. For larger teams wanting all the bells and whistles, costs sneak up. Trust me. If value matters and you hate surprise fees, Gusto comes out ahead right here. Next up, let's talk global payroll and compliance. So, Gusto nails US payroll, like it's almost suspiciously easy. It handles federal, state, local rules without making you want to toss your laptop. But yeah, it's US only. No international payroll. Zero global tax. Rippling, though, this is where it flexes hard. Payroll in 185 plus countries. Seriously, you name it, they've probably got it. And compliance? It covers international labor laws, multiple entities, all that stuff. Now, if you're not going global, this maybe feels extra. But for any team looking outside the US, Rippling wins big time. Ease of use is a big one, right? Gusto's interface, honestly, it's like the friendly coworker who never gets frustrated. It walks you through onboarding step by step, and yeah, this is basically made for beginners. No complicated reports and no built-in time tracking. But for the basics, you're golden. Rippling's dashboards, now they're super customizable. Crazy scalable workflows, tons of automation. You can knock out a lot of admin work with less effort. But, and this is important, it gets a little overwhelming. Like, the first setup can take a while, especially if you're adding modules. For sheer simplicity and not pulling your hair out, Gusto takes it. Oh, and here's something cool you might not know. Rippling supports payroll in over 185 countries. That's wild, right? Totally changes the game for companies going global. Integrations. Okay, Gusto offers over 200 connections. HR, accounting, applicant tracking, so it covers what most small teams need. But let's be honest, when you look at Rippling, it dwarfs that. Rippling's got over 500 integrations. Not just HR and finance, but even IT and device management. You get serious API options. It's almost too much. If you're a small team, you might be like, where do I even start? Still, if you love plugging everything together, or you're scaling up, Rippling totally dominates here. So what about support? Gusto gives you phone, chat, and email on every plan. No gatekeeping. Folks say customer care is solid. There are some downsides, like support hours vary depending on what you pay, and sometimes the response lags. But all in all, it's there when you need it. Rippling? You get chat, email, a help center, and if you're willing to shell out extra, premium support with a dedicated manager. There's no phone support, and for really gnarly issues, expect slower responses. So yeah, Gusto is easier to reach and wins on this one. Let's jump into IT and device management. And honestly, this isn't even Gusto's playground. It just doesn't do it. If you need to set up devices for remote teams or manage apps, you're out of luck. Rippling, though, this is like their party trick. Device setup, app access, onboarding across the globe, all baked in. Not every small biz will need this, but if you do, Rippling is the clear winner, no contest. On to scalability. Gusto, with its simple pricing and workflows, is honestly made for small to mid-sized US companies. You can grow, absolutely, but hit a ceiling if your needs get all advanced, or you go international. Rippling? This is the rocket ship. It's built for multi-country setups, tons of entities, scaling like crazy. Yes, some features are overkill if you just have 5 staff, but for rapid growth and real complexity, Rippling wins. So if you look at the radar chart now, Gusto leads in pricing, ease of use, and support. but Rippling just pulls ahead in global coverage, integrations, IT, and scalability. It's almost like picking between a friendly toolkit and a do-everything cockpit. All right, bottom line, if you're a small to mid-size US biz that just wants simple, affordable payroll and HR and doesn't want to get bogged down, Gusto is absolutely your best bet. You want global reach, tons of customization, and all-in-one HR plus IT power? Rippling's your play. I honestly liked both, but it really comes down to how big and complicated your needs actually are. So, which one fits you? Need something that grows with you? Or just want to send out paychecks without headaches? Go check out the demos. You'll know what's right once you see them in action.